On February 19, 2026, North American Aerospace Defense Command detected, tracked, for Russian military aircraft operating within the Alaska Air Defense Identification Zone. U.S. Air Force F-16 Fighting Falcons flying wing-to-wing with Russian Tu-95 bombers and Su-35 fighters near the strategic Bering Strait.
Deep within the hardened command centers of NORAD, the atmosphere is one of disciplined urgency. Operators monitor a complex grid of satellite data and long-range radar feeds. A faint blip on the edge of the Bering Strait quickly evolves into a confirmed track. As the Russian aircraft bypass international norms of flight planning, the decision-making process is swift.
The silence of the ready room is obliterated by the piercing wail of the scramble alarm. This is the sound of readiness. For the pilots of the 18 Fighter Interceptor Squadron, every second is a commodity. The F-16 Fighting Falcon, a masterpiece of aerodynamic engineering, is prepped for immediate departure. This synchronization between man and machine is the backbone of continental defense. Power units roar to life. Pre-flight checks are completed in heartbeats, and the hangar doors retract to reveal the harsh Arctic environment. One by one, the afterburners ignite, carving pillars of fire into the gray Alaskan sky. The F-16s accelerate down the runway, shedding the weight of the Earth as they climb toward the intercept coordinates. These pilots are heading into a vast, unforgiving theater where the margin for error is non-existent and the eyes of the nation are riding on their legs. At 30,000 feet, the world looks different, peaceful, yet volatile. The F-16s close the distance, guided by ground control intercept. Suddenly, the massive silhouettes of the Russian Tu-95 air bombers emerge from the haze, flanked by highly maneuverable Su-35 flanker fighters. The interception is a delicate dance of diplomacy and power. This isn't just about flying, it's about signaling. By pulling alongside, the U.S. pilots establish visual contact, confirming the identity and armament of the intruders. While the Russian aircraft remained in international airspace, their presence within the ADIZ is a challenge that NORAD meets every single time. It is a Cold War-era ritual updated for a modern age of geopolitical tension. These encounters require nerves of steel. The pilots fly close enough to see the faces of their counterparts, maintaining a professional yet firm posture to ensure the intruders understand that this path leads no further toward our shores. The message is received. The Russian formation banks away, turning back toward their bases in the Russian Far East. The tension in the cockpit begins to ebb, replaced by the focused exhaustion of a mission well executed. The F-16s maintain their shadow until the radar screens show a clear sky. As the sun begins to set over the jagged Alaskan peaks, the Falcons begin their descent. One by one, they touch down, the screech of rubber on concrete marking a safe return to base. This interception serves as a reminder of the invisible shield maintained by the men and women of NORAD 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. The Bering Strait remains a front line of global security, a narrow stretch of water where the world's superpowers frequently meet eye to eye. The mission is complete. The aircraft are refueled, the pilots debriefed, and the hangars closed, but the watch never ends. In the high north, peace is not merely found, it is actively guarded. What you see here is the moment of contact. U.S. Air Force F-16 fighting Falcons flying wing to wing with Russian Tu-95 bombers and Su-35 fighters near the strategic Bering Strait. This wasn't a drill. It was a calibrated response to a direct approach toward North American sovereign airspace.
Is that your four? Regular? It's not in there? No. I wasn't looking. They're going to send you it?